good enough. Go ahead.
Is the board visible to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. So, good afternoon everyone, or good evening. So it's late for such a topic, but we'll go with it. So before I come to this puzzle, I will tell you my overview of the presentation. So in the first half, I am going to tell you about this puzzle, and in the second half, I am going to prove that all the horses in this world are of same color, and you have to spot what is the mistake in that proof. Okay. So before I explain this puzzle, I would like to ask few questions. So Abhinav, do you think that you exist? Yes or no?
I don't know. Like,
Okay.
it might be a simulation.
Vishnu, do you think that you exist? Do you exist?
What are the options?
Yes or no?
I take the all.
No. The option is yes or no. Do you exist or not?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can you prove it?
Yes, because you can see me and you can hear me. You can feel me if you want.
No. There is a difference between whether do you exist or do you think that do you exist.
And everyone else also thinks I exist, so yeah, pretty much. We
So
are
this
all in the
was-
same boat.
Okay, this was one of the major philosophical question of the 12th and 13th century. So there was a philosopher named Descartes. He came with his entire life can be summarized in one sentence, and that is cogito ergo sum. Have anyone heard of this phrase? Its English translation is I think therefore I am. And I am going to explain what this statement really means and how this can be proved. So all of you know Aristotle. So Aristotle gave the theory of deductive reasoning. So what this means is that you give three statements, okay? And if your first and second statement is right, then with that two statement you can prove the third statement. So I am going to state three statements. Listen carefully. The first statement is I think, okay? The second statement is whatever think must exist. It's not the other way around. Whatever exists does not necessarily mean that they think. For example, trees exist but they don't think. So the statement is whatever think must exist. And with the help of the two statement, we come to the conclusion therefore I exist. Alright? So I told you all this because this is the history of mathematical induction. Now with this mathematical induction we are going to prove this puzzle. Okay? So I already told about the puzzle yesterday. You have to go from this configuration to this configuration. A legal move is you can move any letter to an adjacent square. Alright? Now, there are two things that can be done. Either you can move a letter horizontally or you can move a letter vertically. Okay? Now, let's take a horizontal move. So this is a horizontal move. I have moved G from this place to this place. Now, what is the natural order of this configuration? If I write the natural order, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, H and G. Natural order is you go from here to here to here. So the natural order of alphabet is A, B, C, D, E, F, H, G, right? And if you check the natural order in the new configuration, it's still the same. Alright? Both the natural orders are same. The relative order and the natural order is same. Alright? Now let's go to a vertical move. Here, the initial natural order is this. Alright? And now the order of the next configuration is A, B, C, D, E, H, G and F. Now, in these two orders, you can see that from A to E, it is common. Alright? And if you will see H and G, so the relative order of H and G remains same. Because G comes after H in this configuration also and in this configuration also. The only difference is F. Alright? So, the changes in these two configurations are between two pairs. One is FH and another is FG. Alright? Here F is before H, here F is after H. Here G is after F, here G is, you can see there are two couple changes in a vertical move. Alright, so in a horizontal move there are 0 changes, in a vertical move there are 2 changes. Now let's go back to our initial configuration. So the natural order in the first one is A, B, C, D, E, F, H and G, and in the second one is A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Alright, so from A to F it is same. there? How many couple changes are there? There is only one, right? There is only a couple change of G and H. So, no matter how many moves you make, if you move horizontally, there will be 0 changes. And if you move vertically, there will be either 2 change or 4 change or 6 change. It will be an even number of change. Whereas the configuration which you want, there is a one couple change. So this can never be done. All of you have understood the proof? Right?
Yes.
I will invite the question at the end. Now we'll move up to the second proof. This one is very interesting. Alright, just a second. Okay. So you all know mathematical induction, right? First we take a base case for n is equal to 1. Then we assume that Pn is true, and with that we prove that Pn plus 1 is also true. Okay. So my statement is that all the horses in this world are of same color. Is it true or false? It's false, right? All the horses are of same color. Okay. Now we'll take the base case. Listen carefully. Now we'll take the base case of n is equal to 1. So one horse will have one color. So one horse is the same color, so the base case is true. Now the predicate is, your predicate is that assume that Pn is true. So what does this mean? Assume that a set of n horses have same color. You are assuming this, right? Assume that a set of n horses are of same color. Right? Now, what we have to prove is, we have to prove that Pn plus 1 is true. We have to use this statement to prove this, that Pn plus 1 is true. Okay? Now, take a set of first n horses. Okay? Take a set of n plus 1 horses and make 2 sets out of those. The first set will consist of the first n horses, and the second set will consist from H2 to Hn plus 1. You all are with me? Okay. Now, we have assumed that a set of n horses are of same color. So here we can say that the color of H1 will be same as color of H2 to Hn. Right? Because the set of n horses are of same color. The first set is H1 to Hn. Now, in the second set also it is set of n horses. And we assume that the set of n horses are of same color. And H2 to Hn plus 1. So color of H2 is equal to Hn will be equal to color of Hn plus 1. Any doubt in this?
H1 and H2 are 2 different sets, right?
Yeah, these are 2 different sets. The first set consists 1 to n. Yeah.
The both sets can be of different colors, so you cannot put that equation.
Which both sets are of
H1 and H2 can be of, the horses all in H1 can be white and all horses in H2 can be black.
Yeah, but our assumption is that a set of n horses are of same color.
Yeah, they're still same color.
Yeah.
I mean, like all the horses in that set will be the same color.
Yeah, all the horses in this H1 set will be of same color, and all the
But the colors would not be same, right?
No, but the mathematical induction. So there are only n plus 1 horses.
Okay.
I am dividing it into 2 sets, 1 to n, then 2 to n plus 1. Right?
Simultaneously.
Yeah, simultaneously.
But there are only n plus 1. So then
Alright, Satyam, we are running out of time.
Suppose there is a set 1, 2 and 3. Can't I write 1, 2 and 2, 3?
Yeah.
There are 2 sets. There are 2 subsets of the first set.
Not taken simultaneously but separate.
Yeah.
That's what we meant. We can
Okay, I'll take the doubts later, okay? So the color of H1 is H2 to Hn, and this is equal to color of Hn plus 1. So this proves that the color of H1 is equal to color of Hn plus 1. So this proves that all n plus 1 horses are of same color. And we had to prove that n plus 1 horses are of same color. Now you can take n is equal to infinite, and this proves that all horses are of same color. But there is one mistake in this, and it's not what you are trying to say. That there is a mistake, but you have to figure it out. I'll tell the solution after this. And first, I would like to take any questions if you have.
How